Well, hey, welcome to Sweet and Sour. I'm sour.
Yeah, well, I'm sweet, obviously.
So my channel is Motormouth. If you want to go and check out a longer and full review of this new Genesis G70, go over and check that out. And of course, subscribe.
Of course, Zach goes into real detail on his reviews.
What, you don't?
Well, I'm an everyday guy, everyday reviews, okay?
See, that everyday reviews get you out of so much stuff. You just go, well, it wasn't a great review. It's just an everyday review.
So tell us.
I'm gonna change mine, Motormouth every day.
So we had a good day today.
Oh, it was a jam-packed day. So we're here in Montreal, Quebec, which is famous for the racetrack, which was opened in the 60s. I didn't know this. I think I did know it, but I forgot. Montreal was the racetrack where they used to have Formula One.
Yep.
So they would have Formula One at Mosport. They would have it at Tremblant and at Trois-Rivières.
Yeah, and we're here, we're driving the all-new, much-anticipated Genesis G70.
And a lot of people are interested in this car because what came out late last year was the Stinger, right, from Kia.
Yep.
Now, we all know Kia and Hyundai and Genesis, all owned by the same parent company, and a lot of people are comparing this to the Stinger. And after driving it for the day, they're not anything like each other.
Not at all. This is more of an adult version,
Yeah.
of the car. It's smaller.
Yeah.
It's smaller. It's
quite
shorter.
a bit smaller. It's 6 inches shorter, right? So the Stinger has the big hatch.
Yeah.
It's really like an Audi A7, right?
Yes, it is.
But this is more like what it's trying to compete against are, well, you've owned one. You've owned a 3 Series BMW.
Yep.
The A4, the C-Class from Mercedes-Benz. That really competitive segment.
Now, we can go on and talk about the car more, but you can go to the reviews to check out everything that we did on the track as well. What do you think about Genesis as the brand of what they're doing? Because they're kind of like mixing it up here, and they're doing this one-stop shop type of no dealership kind of.
Well, I think that's the way the industry is going to go. The reality is that you want to buy something, you go to Amazon or eBay or wherever it is, you click the button, and a couple of days later you get it and it arrives at your door, right? So that's the way people are used to shopping. People are used to streaming music on their phone or watching Netflix over the air. So with the Genesis, they're trying to do the same thing. So you order the car from Genesis Motors Canada,
Yep.
right, in this situation, and they ship the car to you in, they say, about 10 days.
And they pool, you can buy from their national pool. So, if you're in Vancouver, you can see what's in the whole country of what's available. And of course, if you want to order one, you can get one in probably about 8 weeks or something that they said. But what the best part about the Genesis experience, let's say, is it's all-in pricing.
Mm-hmm.
Every single thing, freight, PDI, you name it, that price, that's it.
Well, I've never understood why car companies have stuck to this model of adding freight onto the product by the time it gets to you. For example, do you go to the grocery store, this is the analogy I always use, and you buy a can of Campbell's tomato soup, and you check out and you go, oh, that'll be 89 cents plus freight.
Yeah, no,
it's ridiculous. Like, why don't car companies just say the car costs $15,000, that's the price? By the way, this car doesn't cost $15,000.
No, but it's I know it's a pain in the butt. There's so many, and then you get into the business office, and
Documentation
doc fees, and and then some of them are like $600 or something like that. It's insane.
So what you pay for is so the delivery, the freight, and everything is included in the price.
Yep.
The only thing you need to pay are any applicable taxes. So there would be like an air conditioning, environmental levy, and then your sales tax.
Provincial sales tax.
And that's really all you pay, right? But the other nice thing, and this is going to get a lot of attention, is that 5 years, all of your maintenance is covered.
And valet service.
Yeah.
So they'll come and get the car from you. Mm-hmm. You could be at work, and they'll come get the car for you, get it serviced, and bring it back to you.
The 5 years of service is huge. Now, I know BMW, in the Canadian market anyway, excuse me, they offer 3 years of maintenance. But you know what? 5 years, having to pay zero for maintenance, I think that is, or you're not paying zero, it's included in the price.
So let's talk about Genesis. They have got the G90, the G80, and now this G70. And this vehicle is targeted, or their primary competitors are the BMW 3 Series, Mercedes C-Class, and the Infinitis.
And Lexus IS.
And Lexus IS as well, and the Audi A4 as well.
Right.
But so what do you think about that? After driving it, is it competitive in that class?
It's hard to say because we went to the track today and we did autocross, and we've had it out on the street as well, but we don't have anything to compare it to with us here today. So there are no direct competitors that we can drive back to back. So you're doing this from memory. All I can say is everything they claim this car can do, it has done. I really like this car on the autocross course. The handling was excellent. The tires they've equipped this car with the Michelin...
The Pilot Sport 4s?
Pilot Sport 4s,
Yeah.
they're fantastic.
They're sticky.
The all-wheel drive system is a rear bias. It's kind of everything you would want. In fact, the all-wheel drive system that's used in this car is the same manufacturer that makes it for the BMW 3 Series. So that's the kind of caliber you're getting.
You know, and we talked to some of the reps from Genesis and asked them about, you know, are they wanting to take some sales away from BMW, let's say, and you know, do they want to be a threat to them? And it's, I like what they said, is because they're not rushing into things. They're taking their time. They're not cutting any corners,
right,
whatsoever. And and you mentioned, you know, they're doing it one car at a time because it's uphill battle in this type of market.
Well, what makes it? We had a few drinks last night, and we were talking with all the executives from Genesis. Yeah, or maybe. Anyway, we went to bed at 1 o'clock, yeah. So that kind of answers that question. And you know, I was challenging them on this, and I said, really, what makes luxury? And the example I gave was a Kia that has heated seats, navigation, backup camera, heated rear seats, heated steering wheel, folding outside mirrors. And I said, that is their least expensive car, the Kia Rio. So is that a luxury car? No. A luxury car comes with heritage, right?
Yeah.
Mercedes-Benz is the oldest car company in the world, right?
Yep.
They have heritage. You know, even brands like Cadillac is over 100 years old. So they have a lot of heritage to draw from. And this is a new, fresh, baked cake.
You know, but you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And if you're going to start, I think Genesis has got a very, very good start in the first 3 cars that they've done.
And now there have been some really bad failures, attempts at this, and we'll point to brands like Infiniti, Lexus, and Acura all arrived right around the same time, and Lexus staying true to what they do and delivering car after car after car is by far and away the best seller out of those 3, right?
Yes.
And then you have, you know, brands like Infiniti that they changed the names of their cars, and so did Acura. So, you know, the question I had to them, are you going to commit to Genesis, and are you going to stick with the program? And they say yes. So if they do that and they stick to the program and not screw it up and change it, then I think they can be successful.
Yeah, well, like I said, they are on the right track for success right now. Seriously, you know, people just have to get out there and try these vehicles, and and that's one thing though. Like, you know, there's going to be people saying, I don't want a Korean vehicle.
Yeah.
I don't want a Korean car, and without even just because they know it's from Korea, I don't want it.
I think that's going away more and more, and I'll tell you why. Because I think the mainline cars from Hyundai and Kia are so good, and they win so many awards and quality scores. So you would hope that the premium version is going to be better, right?
Yeah.
Genesis. So once again, if you want to watch the longer reviews, go and check mine out at Motormouth, and Brian's got his as well.
All right.
It's just kind of an everyday version, though.
I'm an everyday guy, right? You know, it's like you're all into the business stuff, whatever. Like, yeah.
All right, Brian. There's another edition of
Sweet and Sour. Hands on the wheel. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see more everyday reviews, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.